Well, hello everyone, it's Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today, a pattern or a style of fly that I'm not the biggest fan of tying. With my age, my eyesight's terrible. I'm got a glass eye, I'm blind in one eye, and my other eye is not that good anymore. So I'm having to use magnifying glasses, and even that doesn't go that well. Plus, you know, 35, 40 years of being a millwright, working in sawmills and pulp mills and cement plants and smashing my hands and burning my hands. I don't feel that well anymore. So I don't like tying dry flies, especially small ones. I don't mind big air caddises and things like that, but small little mayflies are not my thing. That being said, they are a must-have, right? So I do tie some. Most of the time, I'll actually do an exchange with a guy that I know likes tying dry flies, and I'll exchange him. You know, I'll tie him some tropicals or some steelhead patterns or something else in exchange for little mayflies and little dries, right? So this one is going to be just a little yellow and brown. Let's call it a sulfurous or something like that. Using the new Semperfli Fibbits tails for the tails, and I'm using some Semperfli boom dubbing in the fish belly white as the wings, and then just a little bit of Hackle for just to help it stay in that surface film. So not the hardest to tie, but again, if you got hands that you don't feel very well or an eyesight that's pretty poor, it can be tough. But I thought I'd show you guys one anyway. Struggled through it. My first time tying one in probably 20 years. So I struggled through it a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that you guys see that even though a person that's been tying for 35 years still struggles with certain things, right? So it happens. It just does. So, and I don't edit my videos, so you guys see the mistakes I make and my hardships. So hope you guys enjoy this one. I did. Let's get tying. So in the vise today, we have an Ahrex FW504 short shank dry fly hook. Enough words. This is my first time tying this. And as you guys know, if you guys watch my channel a lot, I don't tie a lot of dry flies. I'm not a big dry fly tying fan. So, I'm just having a drink. So, I'm going to experiment and screw up with you guys. Hopefully not screw up. We'll see. So, materials. Going to be using some of the tail fiber Fibbits from Semperfli. They just came out this year in a light brown. That's what they look like. I am going to be using some Semperfli Perfect quills. Jello. I am going to be using some Semperfli boom dubbing for the wings in white. I think I call it fish white or something like that, fish belly. And then I'm going to use some whiting rooster hackle brown bronze. And that's it. So let's see how she goes. Now, if you wanted to tie in, and then some classic waxed, Semperfli classic waxed in a kind of a wood duck color. You can tie these obviously in many different sizes and many different colors, but just the one I chose for now. It's a pretty common color out there, is this kind of yellowy brown, that and olive green, sulfurous yellow, which kind of this one kind of falls into as well. So I'm just going to go like that. Now I did forget to do one thing. Let's see if I have enough here. I'm just going to tie in a little bit of thread. Oh, come on, just a pinch wrap. Just some of the thread I just cut off. Tie that in and make a big loop. Big loop. The biggest loop you can make with what, you know, if you're using the cutoff piece like I did. Okay, so just leave that sit behind you. Tie that up, get rid of that stuff. Then I'm going to take 2 to 3 not 2 to 3, 3 of these Fibbit fibers. This is where it becomes fun for me. The main reason I don't tie a lot of dries is, one, my eyesight, but two, also I've got very big, rough hands. I've been a millwright most of my life. So I want this about 2.5 times past the size, past the bend of the hook. So I'm going to bring that back right to my stop point there. Come back forward, nip that off. Okay. And then this is the tough part for me. So now what I want to do is I want to separate these tail fibers. So I'm actually going to try to bring my magnifying glass around, if I can get it around without bumping all my lights. Like I said, this is for me, the tough part. So now I'm just going to try to get in between two of these. You'll see what I mean if I'm able to do it here properly. Come on, yellow bugger. Just want one on the outside. Oh, actually, I think I might have 4 in there. Well, that's not good. We'll figure it out. In between there, and then get one out here. I know there's a much easier way to do this, but no, didn't get it. Little buggers. Oh, there it is. Woo! Yeah, and I do have 4 in there, so I'm going to cut one out. But you see how that splayed them apart? That's what I wanted. So cut that off, and then I'm going to cut that little one off right down in there. I'll get in there with my tweezers and properly do that later. But that will splay your tail nicely. Okay. Ooh, step 1 done. I know that's, for me, because of my big hands and stuff, the hardest part. So now I'm going to take a piece of these Perfect quills and just cut this on a little bit of a taper. Go back again. Just tie this in by the tip. Just give my thread a spin to keep it flat. And start winding forward. Actually, you know what? I think I could have used the smaller one. There's different sizes in this stuff. And I grabbed the one that said it was for 12 to 16. And this is a size 12. So actually go back one. Don't need that much of a body. Back in front. Nip that off. So now I am going to go and grab my boom boom dubbing. This is going to just grab a chunk of this stuff out. This is going to create my wings. Now it's a lot that I've grabbed. It's really long, but that's okay because I can cut them. Oh, I would cut them anyway because I want them to a certain shape. So I'm just going to tie them in like that, and then just give it a turn, and then just come back up and over here, just to keep these going the way I want them to go. Like I said, I want them to splay out a little bit. These won't splay out as much as some other like poly yarns and stuff. That's not what it's dubbing, right? But the effect this gives is pretty cool. So, and then just come back up and over. up and over. Come on. I said for me, these small buggers they're just not fun for me. That's why I don't tie very many. For now, I'm just, for making it easier for me, I'm just going to cut this there. Not done yet. But like I said, for now. Okay, done for that. Now I'm going to take my Hackle. And I'm going to tie this in right in behind here. Don't want it to slip off like that. And then go way back in here. Force that back forward again. Okay, so clicking my fingers a bit just to get this dubbing a bit wet, and there I break off my oh, sorry about that, guys. My half blind, half deaf dog probably saw a leaf move. It's all good. He's a good boy. He's 15 years old, and he's done so well on this Mexico travel. It's been amazing. So now, just keep that away, and then 3-4 turns in behind. Sorry. Once through that way. A couple of turns. Once through that way. And then a couple more turns right in the front here. Slick it all back. I had crowded that head just a tiny bit, which I did. See if I can push that back or not. I don't have any nails, so not bad, not great. My whip finisher. I don't worry too much about the little strands of the hackle that are going crazy. Not at this moment, at least. And I'm going to nip that off. Actually, that didn't turn out too bad at the head. Not great, but not bad. And then I'm going to kind of cut this in a bit of a mayfly shaped wing. Same length. Yeah, pretty good. And that is it. Like I said, this will sit out on the water. Now, if you want to make this float even better, instead of using the body material I used, use kapok dubbing. I'll make this thing float forever. But the hackle and this will help hold it up in that water. And then it'll, like I said, it'll float fairly well. Put a little bit of floatant in it. Yes, it's a little bit, with this boom dubbing, it's a little bit straggly, but I kind of like that, right? So, yeah, that's about it. Now, you could do this on a long shank hook, just to give a little bit more body to it, but this is what the fish are going to see, is that, and it's awesome. Now, I could cut these wings a little bit shorter. I'd rather leave them long and cut them shorter on the water. So, alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it was I took you guys through. I've never tied that one like that before. No, that's a lie. I tied one probably 25 years ago like that. But like I said, in my mid-50s here, I really beat myself up over many years of being a millwright in the sawmills and pulp mills and cement manufacturing and stuff. So, can hardly feel my hands at times and stuff. So that's why I stay away from these little intricate things where there's lots of little intricate steps and stuff, just because my hands don't do it. And then I'm blind in one eye and the other eye is not that good. So Alrighty. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a little bit there. And if you subscribed, awesome. If you haven't, consider doing so. And we'll see you on the next tying video. Tie lines, everyone.